we'll start with a drill. We're going to demonstrate the principles of the Chinese grappling and wrestling and groundwork inherent in the Spectacle Cheng Baguazhang system. So we're going to work a series of drills and flow skills that will demonstrate some of these principles, then look back at them and discuss and add some detail. So the first one is somebody takes a threatening or guard type stance posture, and I want to enter using the entry we looked at on previous film of entering, taking the hand across the body and sweeping. Once you've swept, follow down with your twisting type step, landing on his liver point, or liver area. And remember to tie up the hands. Okay. From here we're going to step, stamp, and escape. So it's the first concept is to bounce, cross, sweep, follow down, step up, stamp, and escape. Okay, the basic concept is from the opening of the single change palm, when you have a cross force across the body. So you can see that these two forces are crossing here to facilitate the throw. It's not just that I'm going to pull down, but this will cross the body, already putting it in a very vulnerable position. So this is easy to disturb its structure and make the sweep happen. But the entry is also important. How to go from a distance, I get to the side, not to the front. So I don't want to make the throw from here, where it's structurally very weak. Get to the side here, very easy to throw. Notice that as you throw, as you're doing the throw, you instantly twist and follow. Twist and follow. Exactly like in this part of the single change. The second way is if I'm going to do the same side sweep. So instead of a cross type sweep, I'm going to be moving my body in the same direction, everything in the same direction. So I can go outside, here, sweep. It's normally coming from this back through step, step in and sweep. Now this is an interesting detail here, is that when I take the leg, I don't just take it straight back here, but I want to put a twist into the body. From here I can easily to stamp, to kick, to knee. Okay, or to go down on the arm here, to break the arm. But the big idea is that as the strike comes in here, I want to put a twist force here. third one is the concept of getting to his back door and putting down with a sweep. So basically I get to the back, okay, pull down with a sweep. So I get to the back, come round, and now sweep this again. I'm not sweeping directly up, but I'm putting a spiral into his body as I sweep. Remember with all of these motions that as I come around here, sweep, I'm going to follow him down with this twist and control. One, yeah. If I want to, I can add the neck twist, but that's additional. I can add this one, the pull on the collarbone. But now we're concentrating on this two-way power that will take him down. Okay, here, twist, land. Follow. Good. Okay. Next is the first of these three basic sweeping or throwing ideas, is how to combine them. Okay, how to combine them. So the first combination idea is he comes in with a strike, I backstep, and I attempt to sweep. For some reason he's very strong and I can't make the sweep happen. Instead of trying, struggling here, I just change and come back, take down. He comes in, I try to make the first sweep happen, I release the hip, come behind, take down. Okay. He makes himself strong, change. Now we're going to look at the two basic neck takedowns. So the number 4 and 5 skills are the neck takedowns. Very simple idea of entering, taking by the neck to take down. Okay, so the first one goes from outside, crosses here, and circles as this leg traps or sweeps back. This will take the head. If he stops the hand here, I'm going to use force with the bicep to take down. One, step in and use this. It's a bumping action of the hip and the shoulder, or a choking action of the hand, depending where he stops me. If he doesn't manage to stop here, I can choke. If he manages to stop here, I can bump, simultaneously bump, take down. You feel on the way down, you can strike as well. So another big principle of all of these give a good strike on the way down at some point. So for example, with this one, as I throw down, I'm striking here. You see, I'm throw down, strike on the way down. If I don't want him to pull me down with him, because his tendency may be to grab me, I'm going to give a good slap here in order to release. So as he's on the way down, I strike and escape, or going towards the second or third opponent. So here, if he traps here, I can also change and take down. Go. So the first neck takedown. Good. So now, Chris strikes. I avoid, I strike. But this is too strong for some reason. I can't get through here as I bounce and take with a backhand. So it's the concept now of bouncing and wrapping the neck. Okay? Bounce and wrap. Be really careful with this. Then number 6 is the principle of up to down power. Is that I trap somebody's arm, down. Okay, so I take his attention up. I get a good strike up here, take down here. Okay, I can land here on the groin, hit the liver point, and so on. If I want to continue from here, a good technique is to roll on the inside of the leg and land, putting pressure, trapping the arm here. Okay, and then taking a follow-up strike from here by trapping and finishing. Okay, so I get the initial strike, come down, okay, here. Landing either the inside of the leg or the groin here. Also getting a good strike on the way down. number 8 is also, again, it's up to down, but from entering from the back door. Chris comes in, I enter from the back door, up to down power. Into here, same principle, I put pressure lower back, either neck or even upper body here. But I'm not just directly back, but up, down, up, down. Okay, then number 9 is down to up. Okay, so Chris comes past. I take this and sweep. Remember, again, when you land, twist into it so you get your strike here, get your strike here. He comes in, I avoid. This is actually going to be either a grab on the inside or a strike here or into the tendon to take. Okay, very difficult for him to roll out of that one, so be very careful when you practice. All of these, be really, really careful when you train them. Watch the back and the spine. Okay, go very slowly on this one. You feel that, Chris? It's hard to roll out of them.
Sorry, didn't realise what that was doing.
So we'll look at the basic stepping to lead us onto the groundwork from Bagua. The first one is simply to do your cross step, as if you're walking onto the circle in a lower basin posture, and then to let yourself fall down. Okay, put yourself in this position, sweep back. This is the shy lady stance. You want to make yourself almost shrinking away from the attacker. Okay, so you come up from your cross stance, turn and back into your basic circle walking or your next strike. So the first step we'll look at is step onto the circle as if you're the center of the circle where I'm looking and pointing at. And then I let myself fall down to the ground, sweep back, cross step, turn, strike. Okay, so simple, very simple application from this idea if Chris comes. Okay, so a simple idea is that Chris comes in, I come down low here, I'm going to sweep back, okay, and again move in the same circular pattern, so I get the knee, the palm strike from here. It's a simple idea. I step low, take down, and strike. Okay. That's the first idea, is how to use that cross step. The second idea, as Chris comes in to punch, I'm already stepping away, and now I can start to fold with the leg into the leg locks, the breaks, the strikes, and so on. So it's using the same stance, but instead of now I'm coming here to do my sweep here, I'm going to step away into the shy lady posture and then take down. Okay, two basic ways of using the cross step. One is to angulate around him. One is to go back into the shy lady type mood or posture or idea. So the first concept, you move around the opponent. The second one, step back into the shy lady posture or shy lady concept, and immediately go forward again and attack and spin into the counter attack or the follow up. And as quick as possible, regain your footing. You don't want to stay down too long. In fact, more than half a second or a second is more than enough with each person on the ground. Any more than that, you run a big risk of being attacked by the second, third, fourth person. So you notice that all of these methods are not actual grapples to try to tie up the person, but they're strikes, very, very dangerous kicks, leg breaks, groin strikes, striking to the vulnerable areas that he's going to expose once you throw him. So here's the basic Bagua rolling like a ball training. Basically get down into your shy lady type stance and coil yourself, uncoil, step. Okay, uncoil, roll, step, roll, step. So at any point you can step out and strike. So practice this just to get agility coming on and off of the ground, down and up. On the floor, up off the floor. Now consider that you have two attackers, for example, just as an idea. Okay, we have two attackers, and the first attacker is going to come in. They're both coming in from different angles here. Is that one way I can immediately equalize the situation? If I have both attackers coming in, is to neutralize the space or to equalize the space by making it now a little bit more dangerous for them to come in. Because if Chris comes in from this position, I'm going to break the leg. Sorry, Chris. If Paul comes in from this position, I'm also in a good position to break the leg. But at the same time, I can slap. Remember, one thing is that these movements where I open up, Chris comes in, are going to be big slaps that are going to do a lot of damage. Okay, why? Because you've coiled here. I can also do the same by huang, zhang, slap. Okay, even a slap to here is going to. It's about as coiled and uncoiled as you can get. The same with this idea is that if I'm from here and I've slapped, I can come back and kick and slap an elbow. So this concept is to make yourself a very make yourself mobile, agile, not a static target. You're a moving target. You're always moving away from what. It's the same equivalent if I go here. I'm immediately in range for hitting this person, sweeping. He comes in, I move. No different on the ground. So this rolling like a ball exercise will facilitate constant evasive movement while you're on the ground. We know it's easier when you're upright because we're more used to being upright, but now get more used to being in this position but still able to move. Okay? Have a go as partners and see. Chris, go on the ground. Paul having that? Move, go. Constantly roll. Use your stances and your steps. Go, good. Don't be a sitting duck target. Go, good. And roll. If you're stuck, keep moving. Twist, roll. So now Chris and Paul will just recap and flow quite naturally and freely through the various throwing, sweeping, takedown, striking and groundwork methods that we've looked at so far in this film. I know that you're very interested in the how to use Bagua for grappling and throwing, so hopefully some of the ideas on here you can put into your own practice. As with the other films you've seen, you notice that they're based on principles, concepts, ideas that you can freely adapt and modify according to the situation, as long as you understand very clearly the principle. Remember one thing important that goes throughout all of these skills, all of this training, is to seek for a twist force. In every step, every motion, even if it's almost invisible from the outside, you should feel in your body at all times a twist force that leads you and through which you pass, in order to emit the power that's typical of Bagua, or that's special to Bagua, is this twisting, spiraling force. It's not particularly mystical or secretive or difficult to find. It's just catching the feeling in your body, a twist force. Once you've found it once, you can put it into all of your techniques. But again, as I said before, be very careful, because with this twist force comes huge potential for damage to your training partner. So go very, just like Paul and Chris now are showing, very gentle, natural, medium speed type training that will allow you to flow through your techniques. At the same time, the person who's the attacker will still be trying to put up a guard, so they're not acting like a dummy. In most cases, it won't do very much, because these techniques work even better if you resist against them, because they go for the structural weakness of the body, i.e. the spine, the neck, the weak angles of the stance. So, like I say to the students before, train intelligently, wisely, use subtlety of motion, angulation, timing, and above all, allow a spontaneity to develop through free practice that's medium speed, not aggressive in the beginning, not ego-based. You're helping each other to learn, to understand. And every time that they stand up now, they're going to look for standing up back into the circle walking posture, or some kind of stance that they trained in the form, in order to train the concept of getting up into an efficient and safe position. Just like there, Paul used a jump, the backward jump step from Bagua, which is very useful. Chris stepped back up into a forward stance with a strike. We always presume there's more than one attacker, so we're not going to stay down for long on the ground, just half a second or a second, then up and strike. Okay, we're going to look at basic concepts, principles of how to deal with somebody trying to take me down, or grappling me, or choking me, or various ways of close-in techniques. So before, we looked at the ideas of how to defend against striking combinations, jab, cross, things like this, people trying to reach out and grab, or reach out and pierce you with palm or something like that. But now we're going to look at simple ideas. Somebody comes into whatever, to shoot, to attack. First thing is simply to slap. Okay? It's a very simple concept. Because his idea now is to throw, he's got a more sportive idea. I'm going to slap him. Use that shock. And it's pretty shocking. I'm not going to slap too much, but just the concept of already, it's enough. So don't mess around even trying to anti-grapple. Okay? Just slap. First thing is the idea of Bagua. That you notice I'm not staying here and slapping. I'm turning. I just turn. Okay? So a little bit of when you train with a partner, be careful because you don't want to damage inside of the body. And I'm being very careful here that as he grapples, just that, you see? You don't want to come in again after that. It's kind of horrible feeling. So that's the first idea. Okay, no need to do any more of that, just get the concept. No matter which direction he's going to come in, first thing I do is slap as an instinct. I know that this can come up, but right, I've got this one, even this, from a short distance can already give him a half a second flinch that is going to facilitate a release. Okay, second idea is that if I get a choke or a grapple, I can root myself. So as he throws me, I just root myself here and change. So I put more twist force than his linear force. If we look at this in a bit more detail, okay, he's attempting now to force me to slowly show which way. If I go, okay, good. Before I reach that point, I twist. You see the way he falls is in a spiral, in a twist, and it's exactly here. Nothing more complicated. He comes into grapple, I twist. Okay, inside your body you develop this twist force that you can then use. So two big ideas. First is you slap as soon as he comes in. Second is that against any kind of grapple, I'm going to twist. It doesn't have to be much of a big movement to twist. Okay, so the deeper the twist force, hence all of the training, the deeper the twist force can go into your body, the less you have to make big movements. Although we have the idea, we'll do this slowly because it's bad on Chris, is that when he goes for the grapple, I can do all of the motions like this, for example, to try to get out, but there's no need. The less I can, yeah, stay where you are, that twist. Okay, that's the first thing. Slap and twist force, very simple. Okay, okay, we have to go really easy with this one. Chris just got shocked a little bit too much when we were warming up for this. So the idea is against a shoot type attack. We have many options. One thing that we don't want to do, if Chris comes in and shoots, is just to stay here and rely on good luck that I'm going to somehow survive it when I get taken down, because he's going to be all over me, knee in the groin, fist in the face, and so on. So, one simple idea, as soon as he comes in, is that I root and slap. Okay, if I do this on the shoulder here, already this is enough. In reality, it would hit here or here. Finish. There's no way this guy is going to shoot me after that. So he comes in for the shoot. You see, here, I can hit the kidney. I can hit here. I can strike down here. Even this, it's going to be finished. Okay. So simply keep cool. He comes in. I root a little bit and slap. Okay. If I want to make it worse, and this is the bad one, is that as he comes in here, I turn, take down, and knee in the head. This one relies a bit more on the blending with his force. As he comes in, and then I can go in and knee. Or the first one, he comes in, you see here, and slap. This is going to be very bad across his, on the back of his heart, like this type of slap. Okay. Again, it's that power that we trained before in the Neigong. 95% certain he's not going to shoot you after that. Some simple applications against joint locks, basic joint locks. So say we have the basic arm bar here. Already if Chris really starts to pull back, it's a kind of difficult one. One thing I can do immediately is to, yeah, did you catch that on the camera? Okay. One thing I can do immediately is to start to grab. Okay. So don't waste the hand that's been grappled. This one can press, poke. If we get a little more detail this way, you see I can start to press into points here. You feel that, Chris?
Yeah.
Already, you see. If I can get a bit more here, oh, that's bad enough. Okay, that's one little trick. Okay, of course the second big idea is that I'm going to blend with the force and follow here. Now you notice I get into a good position, I can from here, whoop, sweep. So again we're using this concept, this one from the basic change here. I'm going to follow here, just whoop, sweep. So I don't want to go this way because it's going to put me into a bad position. I can start to grab already. Take this hand and, yeah. Okay, now I can deal with somebody else. if I have to at that point. So remember, this type of attack is really bad. Okay?